for most of my career, I've been interested in wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom, I suppose, is that bit of knowledge which is not only true but also helpful. There are lots of bits of knowledge which are not particularly helpful, but I think what we dignify with the word wisdom is the helpful bit. And I've been looking for that wisdom in all sorts of areas. I've been looking for it in literature, in philosophy, psychology, the arts, the humanities. And at a certain point, it struck me that I should really also be looking at the world of religion. And this thought struck me as slightly paradoxical because, well, principally because I'm an atheist. And for the last decade or so, being an atheist has meant not only not believing in the supernatural, it's also meant hating religion, thinking that religion is ridiculous. The message from North Oxford has been that really those who believe are infantile and their thoughts must be criticized and assaulted as pieces of delusion, really. Nevertheless, I thought this really wasn't going to be for me, this destructive approach to religion. I don't believe, but I don't necessarily want to humiliate anyone who does. The debates between believers and non-believers have a sterility to them. The non-believers look at the believers and think they're idiots, and the believers look at the non-believers and think they're damned. And there's an unfortunate standoff between the two camps. And the issue with which they struggle eternally is, does God exist or not? This is the one around which they center fruitlessly, endlessly. So I'm going to begin tonight with a really bold, speedy assertion. We're going to get that question out of the way. If anyone disagrees with the way I answer it, the doors will still be open. You can walk out, and I won't be offended. So let me just assert very categorically that I don't think God exists. Now, let's move on. That's not really the important thing at all. The important thing is where we go from here. I'm writing and addressing a constituency that feels something like this. The doctrines of religion are implausible. The supernatural doctrines are implausible. But, a huge but, I like singing Christmas carols. I like the atmosphere of old churches. I like Yom Kippur. I like reading bits of the Old and New Testaments. I like the Mass in B minor, ... It's that sort of person, someone who is interested in what you might call the secondary aspects of religion, whereas the primary doctrines are less appealing. And until now, that choice has seemed rather stark, that either you accept all the doctrines and then you can have the secondary bits, or you reject the doctrines and then you're really on your own. And I want to argue for another way, and I want to put that forward to you now, a new way of approaching these questions. And I suppose what I'm advocating is that non-believers can very much involve themselves with religions in order to steal from them in a respectful way, but basically steal all sorts of concepts because they are a repository of the most incredible amount of wisdom, complex ideas, beauty, etc. And there's no need for that to be limited just to those who actually happen to subscribe to a religion. So that's really my method. I see religions as works of culture, and sometimes people have said to me, you're just a pick and mixer. You're just picking and mixing from different religions. And the truth is, again, sorry if it's offensive, the truth is that's absolutely what I'm doing. I am picking and mixing. And I don't see what the problem with that is. After all, picking and mixing exactly what we do with music. And what we do with literature and what we do with pictures. Imagine if somebody said, I like the novels of Jane Austen, and somebody said, I hope you're only reading Jane Austen and nothing else. And somebody said, no, I took an interest in Nabokov. What? That's lack of commitment. That would seem crazy. We naturally expect that in works of human culture, we can skate across and assemble our own playlists. And that, I think, is exactly what we can do with religions. So I see religions as a buffet that is spread before us, and I want to encourage you to take a plate and go and pick the best bits.